Determination. Tenacity is responsible for Newton's 3 laws of motion. For Jesse Owens, 4 Olympic gold medals. It is responsible for Beethoven's 5th Symphony and for Michael Jordan's 6 championships. Tenacity, that unrelenting drive to be the best at everything you attempt, and a requisite for achieving greatness. Our next speaker has lived tenaciously during her 4 years at BDCHS. I've seen her lead a volleyball team of first-year players into David versus Goliath situations and scenarios, fearlessly contesting the strongest hitters, boldly diving after every stray ball, and courageously standing toe-to-toe with the best in Tampa Bay. Tenacity. I observed her in AP classes, this year and last, dedicating hours of extra time, ensuring that she would indeed pass the test. While many of her peers gave in to senioritis, or even apathy sometimes, she pressed forward and persevered. Tenacity. And lastly, I watched this young woman in the final months of her senior year come from behind to surpass each of her peers and attain the highest grade point average at BDCHS. That's tenacity. Now, this individual deserves more fanfare than we could ever provide. But please join me in welcoming Brooks Barlow's 2011 Valedictorian, Ms. Santannah Manley.
Thank you. For the past few months, people have been constantly asking me about how nervous I am to be giving this speech tonight, and I must confess, I woke up this morning feeling like P. Diddy. My biggest worry was how I could somehow make a square hat look attractive. I have honestly looked forward to giving this speech for years, and I can't express how honored and truly excited I am to be before you all tonight. I undertook the task of writing this speech much like I did every assignment of my academic career. I procrastinated, thought about copy and pasting, but just did some research. I watched endless hours of kids rapping horribly, guys explaining how life was like Pokemon, and after a short 5-hour Facebook break, I discovered a speech that truly inspired me. It noted that although we all come from different backgrounds and have different points of views, we all share one thing, a love for the Backstreet Boys. I mean, who doesn't like the Backstreet Boys? For nothing less, Brian and Nick are just hot. But on a serious note, it's Brooks DeBartolo that brings all of us together with its bountiful opportunities and unwavering commitment to our academic success. For this, I owe thanks to Mr. Derek Brooks and to the DeBartolo family for not only having a dream of educational reformation, but having the courage to act on it. And also to Dr. Swagger for physically being a part of making all of our dreams come true. Getting to this point, achieving this accolade, this moment in time, was a demanding task, and I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for some amazing people pushing me and providing me support along the way. To thank my biggest supporters, I turn to the graduating class of 2011. I've cherished the time I've spent getting to know each and every one of you, and I couldn't have picked better people to spend my high school years with. We've shared 4 long years of ups, downs, and in-betweens. We've all tripped down the stairs, messed up the Pledge of Allegiance on the morning show, been a part of the solution and not a part of the problem, spilled orange Boston catering on our khakis, tripped again down the stairs, this time dropping our 4-inch Avid binders, prongs open, papers everywhere, to be convinced life was over, but we did it all together. The support I've felt from all of you over the years has helped me become the person I am today. You see, it's almost impossible to fall when you have so many people lifting you up. Sophomore year, a boy transferred to our school. We didn't have any classes together, and I didn't really know him, and yet every time he saw me, he would tell me how highly he thought of me. I can never explain how much these words impact me, and I'll never forget you, Dorsey. It was sometime in middle school that I discovered I was a nerd. I was that kid that sat in the front row, answered every question, and I genuinely loved school. I knew I had a chance of standing here addressing you all tonight, but I didn't take this journey lightly. I promised myself that if I was to be standing here addressing you all tonight, I wouldn't lose myself along the way. Ferris Bueller once said, "Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you can miss it." And I wasn't willing to miss a minute of it. If you don't, I already said that. The best thing Brooks DeBartolo gave me, aside from my education, was my friends. Genesis, Mina, Ball, Shelley. We've laughed until we've cried, broken countless rules, and created memories that will last a lifetime. Riding dirty to get wacky packs for the free. And of course, I couldn't forget about you, Lise. If ever I had to call someone my best friend, it'd be you. Soon we'll all part ways, but understand that no distance could ever erase you off from my heart. It's that little boost of love. I've always considered the greatest expression of love to be when someone writes a song about you. Jesse's girl, Stacy's mom, Delilah, they all knew that somebody out there loved them. And when I think of the perfect song that represents my relationship with my sister, I turn to Kelly Clarkson. My life would suck without you. You've been there for me from the start, literally, womb to tomb, the original, ride or die. You're my rock to lean on, my shoulder to cry on, and you pick me up when I've fallen to pieces. The love I have for you is so strong, it's unbreakable, so clear, it's undeniable, and so real, it's palpable. No matter how questionable or intimidating my future seems, I have the comfort of knowing that you'll always be there for me. I must also thank my mom for being so instrumental in my academic success. Not only did you always guide me in the right direction, but you also instilled a confidence by entrusting me with my educational independence. But you've taught me so much more than this. Together, we're like a number 2 pencil. As I become sharper and more refined, we become closer. I'm the lead, creating new lines and adventures in my life, and you're the eraser. Whenever I make a mistake, you're always there to fix it. Thank you for having patience with me and for loving me unconditionally. I love you, Mommy. The most direct impact, however, on my education has undoubtedly been my teachers. A good teacher is like a candle. It consumes itself to light the way for others. I've thoroughly enjoyed learning from and getting to know each of you sitting there, and 4 of you managed to forever leave an imprint in my life. Coach, you've been like a father, and I'm so grateful for everything you've done for me. Mr. Mitchell, when you weren't mocking my overuse of unnecessary adverbs and my original vocabulary, you were pushing me to strive for more. You revived an aspect of learning which teachers have long forgotten, that education can be fun. Thank you for making lessons about my frontal cerebral lobe processing thought delightfully enjoyable. I never considered myself a history buff. I mean, the closest thing I had was watching Swamp People on the History Channel. That is, of course, until my junior year when a brave teacher dared to show me the light. Who knew presidential campaigns, wars, and politics that shaped our country could be so terribly exciting? A mediocre teacher tells, a good teacher explains, the superior teachers demonstrate, and the great teachers, like Mr. Camp, inspire. Although teacher by profession, Mr. Nyland also credits himself as a practicing philosopher, laying such nuggets of wisdom on us like, be yourself, you're the most qualified. Exceptional teachers like you are credited with many characteristics such as intelligence, experience, good technique, but I've come to find the thing that sets you apart from everyone else is your genuinely caring heart. Never have I witnessed such devotion and dedication towards students' intellectual progress. I may have constantly challenged you and occasionally corrected you, but I always had the utmost respect for you. Thank you for influencing greatness in me and for never accepting anything less than what I was capable of. All four of you also know the feeling of defeat, courtesy of the ping pong master, yours truly. And after some much needed improvements in your game, if you wish to again one day challenge me, I won't be far. So now we're done with high school. We get a pretty piece of paper that certifies us as educated. We move our tassels, walk across this very stage, and then what? What's next? I assume this is why people ask kids when they're 5 what they want to be when they grow up. We say things like astronaut, rock star, president, and cowboys. But now we're older and we're expected to have more serious answers. So sitting right before me, I see future doctors, lawyers, artists, and future Walmart employees. But nothing on tomorrow is guaranteed. So never be scared to chase your dreams, make magic happen, change your mind, fall deeply in love, and live happily ever after. I plan to. I wish you all the best of luck in the future, and congratulations again to the 2011 graduating class of Brooks DeBartolo Collegiate.